so glad I figured out my freaking wait till I
I
get here.
honestly, I that's like the last thing that I think about that would be the problem when I'm troubleshooting is the head unit
I know.
because it was working 5 minutes ago and it worked yesterday,
Right.
but it's not working today. That's like the very last thing
Right.
I'm gonna
I
think
don't
about. I
I,
actually had to do a little troubleshooting today. It's fun. I actually enjoy troubleshooting,
no.
believe it or not.
No. I mean, I'll go through the process, but then once it's like the other day, like I can't get it, I'm like, no, 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 this is stupid.
I you get that like half a second worth of have you ever cut like a power and a ground
Yeah,
at the same
1,000%.
time,
Oh, not at the same time when it sparks.
or like a speaker wire,
Yeah,
like
and it
snip
zip.
them at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me today.
Oh my god.
Yeah, what are you gonna
I
do?
did that. Yeah, not at the same time, but I cut it with a razor blade because when we thought it was the whatever the head unit amp crap, and I had to cut my wires because I didn't feel like doing my other door panel, so I'm just like, all right, razor blade, snip, and it wasn't what it was.
Well, I mean, my new build is like so retarded because I don't have a switched, and I didn't feel like digging into the console or whatever to get a switched. So I'm just using one of those signal sensing line output converters, just for turn on. Like that's all it is. So I was getting power from the harness, and
Why
I
you
was
don't
gonna,
want to? Why you don't want to do it from the key? Just easier or something?
yeah, just way easier instead of having to dig into the console and find a switch and all that stuff. Uh, so I had it soldered in with some longer wire, and I was just gonna snip it and put it. I was wanted to tuck it away. I know it's kind of strange, but I like as I started to snip it, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is constant hot!" And like as soon as I
Send
broke
it.
as soon as I broke the
Arced.
stupid insulation and
Yeah.
popped the fuse, it's like, "Oh, you dirty mother!"
Why do automakers do that? We don't need
I mean, what are
constant.
you gonna? I mean, everybody does it. What are you
Hey
gonna do?
Dan. Hey Adam.
Where you
Hey
at,
Mark.
Dan? And
Hey
Mark
Woking.
Thibodeaux.
Hey Drew. Drew. Oh, Mark beat you, Drew.
Look at there's Franklin, king of the $150 challenge right
Right.
there.
This dude came out of nowhere. I'm being honest, Franklin. At least 4 or 5 people we message about you, and we're like, dude, is this guy for real? You like he? I mean, I don't know. You like came out of nowhere and just
He
like,
pretends like he does.
dude, but he just came out of nowhere like the last couple of months and just dominates, like not dominates, but like kills efficient builds.
Yeah,
Bro.
he's doing pretty well with efficiency.
Yeah, it's not fair. What's up,
Where
Frank?
you at, Bailey? Andrew Bailey and Mr. Zen
Wait, where did he move? He
Rashu.
moved to Montana or something stupid.
No, like further north than that, like Minnesota
Russia.
or somewhere in the North Pole, I think.
Regret. Why? What's up there? Who died? Who
His
died? Somebody
job,
died.
I guess.
What job?
He has a real job
He has a real job,
or a
not
day job. Yeah,
Emperor Audio.
yeah. Emperor's like a side gig. It's a pretty solid
That's
side
yeah,
gig.
right. Like I just come on now, come
I
on
know,
now.
right? Wisconsin,
Oh, got that cheese.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Shout out T Pain.
Oh, is T Pain from Wisconsin?
No, T Pain said rhymed Wisconsin.
With what?
I don't know.
Hanson?
Something like that, yeah. Instead of Wisconsin, he changed it to make it rhyme, so it was Wisconsin.
Dude, it will never cease to amaze me what those guys will rhyme with something else. Where you at, David Boss?
What's up, Thaddeus?
Boss and Thaddeus Coffin.
That was very Big D-ish.
Wait,
Where you
hang on.
at?
Let me get in my big D mindset. Hang on. Oh, I can't think of his
Your boy!
your boy.
Shout out Big
we,
D. I'm gonna
I
be
am
watching tomorrow.
I'm mad with Big D now.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna shout him out. I'm mad with him.
I'm gonna be watching that one though, because that's one of the only people I do watch on YouTube. Him and Five Car Stereo. I
I
watch
haven't
both of
I,
them.
I haven't looked at 5 star yet, but honestly, I get stuck in loops, obviously, like most of us do on YouTube. And I was watching Mark. And speaking, if y'all don't know what we're talking about, Mark from Car Audio Fab is going to be on Big D show tomorrow. I think tomorrow.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
Wednesday.
So I got stuck in a loop watching his channel, and I've seen some of his content, whatever. But dude, if you cannot figure out how to do like what you need to
Yes,
do
yes,
after watching his channel,
yes.
there's no
Go
helping
home.
you. Just
Quit.
forget it.
Yeah.
And I call myself the fab tard because I'm shit. I'm garbage at fab. But and I try to console myself by saying if I had a big badass kitchen like he does, I could do the cool things that he
Nah,
does.
you
You know what I
couldn't.
mean? And obviously, no, right. That's the point.
Yeah.
Either, but I mean, it helps. It's like, but it helps.
Yeah, yeah. I
But he
mean,
shows you how to make makeshift stuff like a stinking router table in your garbage can type thing.
yeah.
Dude, router tables are like key to fab, like making stuff look cool.
I'll never get
Seriously.
one. I almost bought a what do they call them? I don't even know what they are. Plunge routers,
Yeah,
plunge
yeah.
base routers. That's the
Yeah,
same
he
thing.
shows you how to make a router table in a garbage can from a plunge
Are
router.
you serious?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
It is. It is called skill. Zen. We have zero of it.
Yeah, I has none.
No.
I just be screwing shit into things
I
and
really don't have the right amount of tools though, and I get frustrated when I don't have the right amount of tools, and then I'll go buy like way too many, then I'll lose that set, then I'll have to go
yeah.
buy another one. Like I lost.
Uh-huh.
What did I lose? And I just learned Harbor Freight sells step up bits. Is that what they're called?
Like unibits.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because
Mhm.
man, I paid like $40 for one from Home Depot a long time
I
ago,
know.
and I lost it. And
Dude,
had
I,
to buy
I
another one.
wear them out. I wear them out. So I have to get the Harbor Freight ones. I know people are going to say if you get the good ones, they'll last longer, but I don't believe that for a
No,
minute.
no. Harbor Freight for the win. I'll buy everything from there.
We've talked about sound, man. I don't know if we've talked about it on the air before, but
Nope.
I enjoy
Nope.
his content.
I
I think
can't.
he's funny, but he is a bit much. I'm not
No.
going to lie.
I tried to watch his video to learn how to run wires in my Ford truck, and it's just like every 30
There's
seconds he cuts back to him black and white going.
there's very little like
Dude,
content for
I don't
real.
want that.
Like Mark is all content.
Yes, that's what I
Soundman is
love.
mostly comedy with like very, very little
I don't
content.
need entertainment anymore. I entertain myself. I don't need when I'm watching YouTube. It's only because I want how to do this.
Yeah, that's
I don't
true.
want to laugh.
I don't know.
He's too much, dude.
But I do feel like, just give me the meat and potatoes.
Yeah, I mean his skill level is ridiculous, but he's probably done that so long that he doesn't care about doing how-to videos anymore. He just does.
Yeah, I mean maybe earlier in his
Uh,
channel he
What is
did.
it? Pedro's mom or whatever. What's the joke?
Oh my god.
What
Can
is
you
it?
I mean
What
we
is it?
like drinking game. We'll just start every time he talks about what's his name's mom.
I just need less black and white fade outs to him sitting down just saying stuff under his breath. I don't. Nope, not for me, bud.
Listen,
Carl, you're fab for the win. Go ahead.
I'm honestly he's got the most relevant content.
I'm
I'm
thinking
not Rafa.
where?
I don't know. Anyway, we like
Oh,
old boy.
Rafa's,
I
yeah.
like old boy. I think he's funny, but
I said Pedro. Stereotypical white.
that
guy.
is pretty stereotype for real. It's pretty tough.
Is this the?
Well, yeah,
link to the
Gary.
virtual brothel? Yeah.
Shout out Chris Carter.
Yeah, he's not. That's not funny.
Hashtag not funny.
It's not. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Thank you.
he's funny. He's
not.
funny.
You
He's
like-
got
to,
some
like
skills.
12-year-old kids. I'm fascinated who has because you feel like he would have a lot of subscribers because he puts a lot of work into his quality like videos, but
Yeah. There's a lot of
he
editing.
doesn't have a lot. Like I think. Any
Editing is a lot to me.
No, but I mean, think like for his sub count. I don't know.
Who's that?
Soundman. I think he's
Yeah.
got like 200,000 or something like that.
Oh, really? Maybe they feel like you do. It's like he's too much. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or there's not enough content.
Yeah,
you know?
like I don't mind the joke here and there, but
I feel like it's a reality show.
it is.
But you've got to give these guys some content.
I know.
Maybe we should have him on the show and tell
would
him
do it.
that his channel sucks.
Yeah. Does he make those things for the iPads? Like he created that?
I
That's
think he
cool,
like
man.
pioneered it at least.
Oh, Jinx Woking. I just mentioned it.
Yeah. Who do you guys watch? Who do y'all watch?
Besides me. Here's a question.
Obviously, Skippo1
Right.
on YouTube is.
Here's a question for you. In a high SPO vehicle, would it be better to do sealed enclosure for mids or ported to keep them from getting ripped up? Oh, in an extreme build. I don't think nobody's loud enough to rip mids unless it's.
You know what? That hadn't even occurred to me until Hank said something about it the other day.
What, the pressure?
Yeah, apparently, because I was like, why don't you clowns just do one or two larger
Oh,
midwoofers and be done with it
yeah.
instead of like a trillion stinking six and a halves? And he said that anybody with any pressure
Really?
will tear up. Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen any evidence of it,
No,
but
fake
if
news.
anybody can confirm or deny that,
Yeah, I for sure.
EXO, yeah, obviously
I
EXO
for sure
for
watch
sure.
five car stereo, Drew. Them guys. That's
Playboy
all.
Channel.
That's
Who the hell
all
watches
content.
Playboy Channel? Is
Yeah.
that a thing
Yeah.
anymore?
Still pictures. Look a pope loser. I watch Me Too a lot. I must confess, it's my guilty pleasure. But there's nothing wrong with that because he has ridiculous skill.
He does. He does. I watch him every once in a while, but I just it's gonna sound stupid, but I feel like some of it this is gonna be really arrogant, but
Prepare.
like a little bit of his too lowbrow, like his content. He obviously has to do it for a wider base. You know what I mean? Whereas Car Audio Fab, like he's talking to the no skills people, but
Yeah.
he's also communicating to the
Yeah.
people with a lot of skill. You know what I mean? So he has a really wide base of information.
His thing's like a TV show. You know, it's
Yeah,
just it's so produced well, and it makes me mad.
I know it's annoying.
I wonder if no, I wonder if that's what he does for his job. Well, I guess we'll find out tomorrow from Big D and them. But I wonder if that's his full time job. You know?
Mark,
Yeah.
I doubt it. I'm sure he's making money off of the installs that he's doing. Those aren't all his cars.
Oh. Oh, is it?
I don't. I mean, I don't think the last little episode that the last little series I saw where he's making pillars and then doing a trunk install. I don't think it's his.
Hmm.
I, you know, no offense to anyone that finds Steve Mead's
Dude, my.
content like, in
Mhm.
like super technical. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
what to
yeah.
tell you. Oh, it does sound better if you're closer to the mic.
No, but it's still
Speaking of, is this mic any better than
no,
previous weeks?
no. It's still doing that same thing, dude. I don't get it, man. I thought I fixed it the other day. Like,
Oh Lord, that's the name that shall not be spoken on this channel.
nah.
Hexabase. I saw his channel. He's got a new channel. And I watched a couple of his videos, and they're pretty good. They're pretty good. But like we talked about before on this show, I don't know if we talked about it. I can never remember if we talked about it in private
Mhm.
or if we said it online. But he does. He talks a lot without saying a whole lot.
Yeah, he says a lot of big words.
Yeah, a little word salad. I don't know if it's to make himself sound.
I used to watch him a lot, but
He obviously knows what he's talking about. But when you bring up his boxes and stuff, like you will get mixed reviews. Like some people say it's the greatest thing you've ever seen. A lot of people say he just regurgitates the old stuff, or gives people the same stuff over and over again. I don't
yeah.
know.
We have a maybe one or two local guys that used him exclusively for a long time. You know,
Not.
Ryan Cigarelli.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he was on.
Use PWK boxes?
Yeah, a bunch of times.
Stop it.
I swear. Oh God.
Oh, we
Oh
forgot.
my God.
Oh, we forgot. We forgot to lock the room. Oh my God.
He's playing PUBG.
What?
No,
Are you playing PUBG right
Yeah,
now?
he is. He is.
no, I'm not.
He is. She's lying. Look at him.
Oh, it's amazing. You changed your shift at work, so now you can get on, huh?
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Old Veachium.
Yeah.
I was talking shit the other day because I took my car to a casino out of town, and I wouldn't have been able to make it back if they didn't have a plug-in in the parking garage and my electric car. And when I got there, there was a C-Max parked next to me.
Oh yeah, you did send me a picture of that.
Yeah, I said, "Look, I'm parked next to some Veachiums."
So where's the Lambo, bro?
Yeah,
It's parked in my third house.
Yeah, which one?
my summer home.
yeah, my summer home.
Dude, is it me or did like Hank legitimately launch the DIY revolution?
Yeah,
I think he did.
was right at the
honestly.
cusp. You know,
I mean, I
they had
think
those people doing those red headway things. But
Yeah, no, but I
Well,
think
they
he
did the
brought it to the
headways.
mainstream. Like
Oh, yeah, for
everyone's
sure.
trying to do it now. Like there were like some outliers here and there or whatever, but like he lent legitimacy to it and performance, and Yeah, I think you launched it, cuz you launched it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I know that people were doing the LTO pouch cells and shit before that,
Yeah.
but they weren't like real big or nothing.
You tried those too, though, didn't you? I remember seeing.
They weren't LTO. They were something else. But yeah, I did some pouch cells too, right before I did the C Maxes.
Those were crazy, dude. That
Yeah, that was sketchy to me. I don't know.
for real. That was
It wasn't sketchy, but it looked sketchy.
it did look sketchy,
Looked like
but
school.
It's because
lunches.
they weren't fully encased or nothing like that.
well, that's what I love about where you're at now is you have tried like everything, like literally everything.
I just try it. If it's a
Yeah.
good deal, I try it.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like it's all nothing is out of bounds. Let me see if this blows up. Let me see if this works, and you settled on the ones that you're doing now, and they seem to be working.
Yeah, I mean they're not the best, but I mean they're hard to beat for the money.
Yeah.
What
Sounds
what
like
made
it.
you want to try those? Like, what did you see in your specs that said, "All right, I'm gonna try these"?
I just bought them. I did.
That's
Tell
what
me
it does.
why Ford? Why not Tesla or something weird? I don't know, something else.
Because
Anything else?
Tesla batteries are like $2,500.
Oh, bro, you got
Yeah.
Lambo money.
No, well Tesla. Yeah, well Tesla uses they use a very common cell,
Those
like
yeah,
the
they're
A123s, the
Yeah.
Panasonic A123s.
but they're all like weld tabs, so they're not simple. Can't just bolt a bar to it.
Right.
It's not bolt on life.
Well,
Yeah.
the C-Max has also been out for a long time, so there's, you could probably find them.
Yeah, 2013. Well, not so much. I mean, you can still get them now, but they're dwindling down.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of people have them.
I see some people buying them.
Yeah.
that aren't Veach.
Yeah, they keep
Yeah.
posting them fully built. I mean, like fully out of the car. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people buying them and then and then selling them too. But it is what it is. Whatever.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I made that mistake by telling everybody what it was and all that shit.
Yeah,
rather than hiding them and
you're very forthcoming, which is good and bad.
Right.
Bad for your business model, good for trust.
right.
You should have.
Nah, I have a real job, so this shit's
Yeah.
just it is what it is.
You should have cased them and then just played dumb.
Well,
Like
I don't have to play dumb. I am dumb.
Yeah, just fake it till you make it. What do you got going on now, bro?
I was grinding on my S10 today.
Tommy?
Finished. No, my extended cab.
Did you really buy
Oh.
Tommy's?
Yeah, I did. I've taken the motor out of it.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Something cracked in mine over like when it first got cold here. That dude only had water in the engine and it froze and cracked something. So
Yikes.
That's Southern
Yeah.
life.
What are you doing? Are you doing no wall or what? Are you putting a cab on it?
I'm doing Street Beat 3 and I'm doing base boxing lightweight.
Are you cutting it or?
Nope.
Nope.
Just
Oh,
the cab.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Jeez,
So
I tried that.
10 NSB 410s and 10 Crescendo 6Ks.
Oh, that's gonna suck.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll probably do a solid 52.
yeah.
It's not bad. Not bad.
What's the end goal for it?
I want to do like a 65, 66 at Street Beat 3.
Oh my
Jeez,
god,
That's dumb.
that's not a thing. That's not a thing.
It's my goal.
What's
Yeah,
the
we'll see. You're no stranger to 10.
No, not when I had 48 of them.
Dude, that was like my
it's the only
very
you get
like
allowed.
that's when I remember 2000 laid. You know what I mean? Like I was like,
Right.
who is this ass clown
I was an ass clown then. Well, I guess I still am.
Caco?
No, I remember the first one. I remember you seeing where you had the Memphis Mojos.
No, I'm the first one I
Banging.
remember was a 48.
Banging Pink Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was I did 59.9 back
Yeah.
in like 2009.
That was like the
I think-
first legit like back to back 59.9 vehicle I ever seen.
Yeah, that was when Mick started doing 59.9s
Yeah.
too, like pretty regularly.
Because everything before that was like McKinney and
Right.
whatever was doing like 56s and stuff. you
Yeah,
know?
that was just turn it up and let it play.
Yeah.
They didn't actually have to control it from
Yeah.
going over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what a problem. Nice problem to have.
Oh,
Yeah,
those-
I know I did 59.9 like 18 times back to back with my vehicle off in that van.
yeah. I remember watching it.
Dude, that's
You
crazy.
have like kinetic batteries too and stuff.
Yeah, they were junk.
Yeah. Mojos.
They're still junk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they had those, and I had like some UPS batteries too that were like the Kinetics. And it was just a bunch of random batteries.
Was that what you? So like, how are you related? Not related, but what's your relationship with Soundcheck? You just live by them, or you?
Yeah, I'm like 2 miles from the shop. My buddy RP owns it. Buddy
They're all
Lottie's an
loud.
installer there.
They're all loud.
So
Yeah, that's dumb. It's
Yeah.
like the second loudest shop in the country.
What's the first? Munson's.
Yeah,
Oh, it's not.
Munson's a Kurt's though.
yeah. Some craziness. Hey, Skip, see if you can find some pictures of the 4810s.
Probably be easier to do like videos.
Oh, it's true. None of that, dude. A photo bucket ruined the internet. I swear to God.
Yeah, I don't even
There-
know if my photo bucket even exists
There are no
anymore.
pictures. There are no pictures that survived the apocalypse, the photo bucket apocalypse.
Here, buddy.
Thanks.
Son came down to come watch my new TV.
Oh, wait,
That's fun.
I'm muted.
Ta-da.
You and your dick, Mike.
I actually thought about getting a headset like yours, but I don't game and I have no use
Well,
for it.
I got
other than
I got this too, but I just don't use it.
what the crap is that?
Ball
What is
mic.
that?
Dude, I don't know if anyone has ever been on YouTube and has fallen down the flat earth rabbit hole, but
It's gorgeous.
they're like the most popular flat earther guy. His name's Mark Sargent, and he uses one of those ball mics and he holds it like this the whole time.
He cups the ball.
And has done it for so many years. It is so bad. Like, what the crap is wrong with you, man? His is white though.
Braces. Hey, photo bucket is still live, bro. I'm looking at your pictures right now.
There we go. Oh, it's just tagged like a
Yeah,
mofo.
it's watermarked.
Look at that single baffle life. What are you doing, Hank?
Well, it wasn't single baffle, but it wasn't enough baffles. I'll tell you that much.
You and Dominic are raggy with the single baffle life.
Ooh.
Yeah, what? It
What
wasn't
truck was
single.
that? Was that the F350?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first time. That was my first system I did in it was it 218s through the window.
Dude, that truck was bananas.
It did like a 53, 54, 218s back there.
4810s. That's nuts.
Dude, it is for real.
Just it's giving me headaches thinking about wiring it up.
Dude, that truck has gone through so many setups.
Yeah, now Kurt has it, and it's his tow vehicle.
No shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
Kurt
that's
bought it.
fun. Look at all those tens. Good Lord have
Yeah.
mercy.
What did I end up doing?
Yeah, what did it do? I forgot.
Me too.
It did a 60.3, I think, at 30 hertz or something like that.
Jeez.
That's lovely.
That was the C-pillar life.
And
Yeah,
then,
for real.
And then when I had the 15s in it, I think the XDs, the American base ones, the cheap ass subs, I think I got it over like a 61 sealed on the dash, 61 something at 32.
It was like 30 15s or something, wasn't it? And then
24.
Oh,
and then
24.
you cut out the first half and it was louder.
No. What it was is I cut it for 24 15s, 12 on each side, and I would just I had 12 in there at one point, then I did 18, then I did 24, then I did 18. Just depends. I tried different subs, and I had those tantric MDs or some shit, or HDs. I don't know what the fuck they were, but I couldn't keep the dust caps on those for whatever reason. Murphy's Law.
That truck was so low and
Yeah,
loud.
yeah, I said his name.
Murphy's Law.
And then I did the DXs, and that's when I actually shattered the windshield at Slamology with the 24 DXs in there. I did over a 60 average.
I remember you couldn't find music that was low enough for that thing.
Yeah, I ended up just doing like what was it?
Track 10, you had to have slowed, and it was already 27.
Well, I did what's the ISPLL subsonic Suicide, I think
Yeah.
is what it's called.
Mhm.
Yeah, and did like the 20 hertz track. It's just like, boom, wait, it was so
It was
slow.
so slow. Like it was so slow you couldn't even recognize what song it was.
I forget what I did. I know I went to finals with it with the 1215s and 43800s, and I did it at the 3X at finals. I did the 20 hertz track just because I could, and I think I averaged like a 52 or something like that at 20 hertz or something like that after 30 seconds, and then I kept it playing all the way outside the fucking stalls. I was in Tennessee. I think I was down in Tennessee, and we're at
I remember. Yeah.
the hog barns and shit.
That yeah, for real, the cow stall.
Yeah.
I had one of my favorite videos, dude, is when somebody managed to catch like the sewer was vibrating and was like,
Yep,
all that trash was jumping on it.
Yeah, that's
that
the
was crazy.
That's the video.
That was a hood show up in Chicago.
Dude, that's like one of the best videos ever.
Yeah.
I don't know why that one didn't get a
I was
trillion.
probably I was like one of like 5 white people there, literally, because I mean it was WGCI, which is their hip hop station and whatever. So it was at like one of the black community colleges or whatever up there. So it was crazy. There was so many people there. I mean, probably 400 or 500 people.
That's awesome. Back in, like that's how it should be.
Yeah, way back when. So
yeah, it was an awesome build though.
I know when I left there, I had 110 that like the basket broke because my baffles were shit, and it fell out and was playing on the face inside the box and didn't even know.
Was that video with the 10s? I thought that was with the 15s.
That was with the 10s.
Oh shit. Okay.
But yeah, it literally fell out on its face and was playing inside the box, and I had no idea.
That's fantastic.
Couldn't tell a difference. Didn't make a difference in the sound.
Who cares?
That's the original SA.
These days, I'm gonna do a giant build like that for
No, you're
fun.
not.
Oh snap!
Oh, it's a little hanky. It's a little hanky panky.
What's up, buddy?
He can't hear you because
Oh,
of
you
my
can't.
headphones.
Hello. I'll sign it.
Yeah. Go watch your show. Say bye.
So do you stream on Twitch or just Facebook?
I don't think people that watch this show realize that we all have kids. So what are you gonna do?
No, nobody has kids.
Nothing. Skip. Your mic's muted again. Your shit's broke, bro.
Dude.
This is like the T-Fade and Broke Mike show.
It's probably better this way.
Where you at, Nick? Nicholas Wright tuning in.
It's showing it through.
Incriminators.
Yep, the Incriminator. You ever mess with Incriminator?
Actually, no. Just the cones on our 15s that we used in the No-Wall van last year.
Yeah, they're good. Those cones are very good.
Same ones they used on the nightshades, the nightshade cones. Yeah, they took a lot. Same. I think it's the same cones we did the 67.7.
You're muted in the software, cuz I could see the X on your mic on the screen.
Oh.
Thank you.
Skip's our tech guy. For everybody watching, Skip's our tech guy.
He can't tech it. He can't tech himself.
I'm gonna have to like.
Sorry, I'm getting a beer.
I can't believe you waited this long.
Yeah.
All right. Anything? Going? How's that working out for you?
Hello.
What are you drinking? Please tell me it's something. What is that? Zombie dust?
Show is.
Oh,
Yep.
Lord. Yep. We can hear you.
Hey.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, here's my bottle opener.
Oh, we went offline for a minute. Is that
Yeah,
what
I
happened?
had to. Uh-oh.
Oh, you're killing me.
Hey.
Hey! Look at boy. We got a four-way now. I like it.
Wait.
I think he just woke up.
What's up? Did you just wake up?
No, I was actually on my phone looking at something on Facebook, and then I hear my name mentioned out of nowhere. So I'm like, I'm at work, and it's kind of late, but if they're going to talk about me, I'm going to have to make an appearance. So
Yeah.
address. I didn't know it went live immediately. I was gonna comb my hair or something.
No, why would
Picking
you
his
do that?
nose.
Well, no, we were actually talking good about you.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
yeah.
were talking
I
about
don't
your.
think Taylor has ever once talked good about me.
What are you talking about? What are you talking? Hey, the 80.1 does great on high voltage. What are you talking about?
Oh, I forgot about that test. Forgot about that test.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, he lies. He lies.
Obviously.
That's why he doesn't test amps anymore.
I know the 80.1 has ruined my whole career, my whole amp testing career.
Nobody believes you anything anymore.
I know. I just leave it up to the guys with amp dynos because nobody's gonna doubt those.
The SMD, Tony and the boys were like, "This Taylor Fay guy, he kind of sucks. So we should make a machine to fix him." Planting and multiplying is too hard in car.
No, it's the math. People can't math, dude. What is that about? I know. I got that shit got me into trouble.
You know that 400 plus 400 is 1,000.
Kevin knows.
A little scar math. It actually got me, my testing, the way I do it, got me in trouble. Like, just like last year, I was testing an amp and I posted it up. And, I test the current draw, the DC current draw, so people can see like the efficiency or whatever. Well, somebody assumed it was the AC or something. I don't remember, but they said I claimed it was 150% efficiency and all this stuff.
That's like Orion efficiency, bro.
I know. No, we were talking about your cones and how strong they are, how good they are.
Everybody likes those. We tend to have to send those to a few special people. A few folks will drive you crazy. There's a guy, I'm not going to mention no names, but he's up at sound check and he will literally do your brains into something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a tendency. I think I know the guy you're talking about. He has a tendency to break stuff.
Oh, that's funny.
Right.
Yeah.
Need more 21-inch parts.
That's true. Those are like, you gotta be.
Those are gold, bro.
You gotta be a special person to get those parts. He just doesn't give those out. Look at his face. He's like, that's right.
I mean, what do you 21-inch part? People have got 24s and 33s and everything else now.
Yeah.
By the way, a lot of folks can thank Incriminator for that because, we took that style basket that nobody wanted to use because it was a PA style basket. We made spacers for them, converted them into the real thing, started doing them, and then everybody's like, wait a minute.
I want to.
We should make these in bigger sizes. People like these.
For real, it was the Incriminator was the first oversized, quote unquote, oversized sub that I remember. Like, I don't remember anybody else doing anything bigger than an 18.
When did DD come out with the 21?
Yeah, they were one of the ones that kind of followed our lead, and they used the same basket and the same type of mentality. So, just a heads up for DD, we actually tooled several years ago. We tooled the gasket for the 21s, and a lot of other companies have taken that gasket and used. So, hey, DD, you ain't got to use that cork thing anymore. You can just go to our vendor and get it like everybody else does.
You're welcome.
It's way better than that PA style look. So, if you're watching, it's available.
There you go.
I love
Hashtag order from Incriminator like everybody else.
Start building for DD again.
Oh my God.
China.
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna have to get the DD guy on so he can rebut.
Yeah. Somebody.
No, there's no rebuttal. It's, hey, there's a free part out there.
No.
You got to use it. You should use it.
That's
I've
true.
already paid for the tooling.
Honestly, there aren't a whole lot. Look, I know a lot of those subs are pretty good, but a lot of them are just showpieces. Like, they're just to show off. Like, I've heard a lot of big subs, and they're not like they're not worth it. Like the Warden, the big Warden is good, but like once you get bigger than that, I haven't heard one yet that is like crazy, like impressive. Like you could do better if you just went to 218s if you could fit it. You know what I mean?
I think it's more of a space thing.
Yeah, that's be my point. Is how many people want to buy 21s? They want to buy 221s because it's the cool hip thing because everybody else has 15s or 18s,
Right.
and they put them in too small of a box. And then I'm like, it's not going to perform well. So you always have somebody that has 221s in like 12 cubic foot or something, or 10 cubic foot, because that's all they can fit in their car. and then they complain about it. But like, you know, we got guys with Suburbans and stuff that have these huge 20, 22 cubic foot boxes, and those things would tear your face off. But the end result is you have to think about it as a 21 is the exact equivalent of having 215. So people can't comprehend the 21 because they don't have a basis. So you just say, what would you build a box for 215s? And it's 8 or 9 cubes. Okay, perfect. Now you got to build that for the 21. Well, that's a lot of space. Well, then I can't help that, you know. You know, it's just one of those things. And also, too, if you compare a 21 in 9 cubic foot versus 215s in 9 cubic foot, even though you have the same cone area, you got twice the coil to dissipate the power, plus you got twice the motor force. So you can't really, it's not really a fair comparison. So most time in those big setups, those drivers kind of get pushed down, when in fairness, they're actually performing really well.
How's the displacement difference though? Since the 21-inch cone's a much deeper cone.
I'm talking, like the SD of the cone is the same, but yeah, the displacement is slightly more because say a 15-inch cone is about 70 millimeters, approximately 65, 70 millimeters, and the 21-inch cone is like 125. So you have to calculate that, you know, right. The math formula, but I would say it's probably about probably 30% more displacement would probably be, you know, what it would come down to. Never had anybody ask me that before, but that's So
I mean, people don't think about that either, though.
I don't.
No,
because it's a non-issue.
Has to be usually because they're in a Civic. So,
are you saying the depth of the? Are you saying the depth, like the volume of the cone?
Yes.
It affects.
There's two things you have to consider. There's two things you have to consider. You have to consider how much depth the cone has in terms of, think about it in a piston as how much air it can physically move. And then you have to think about the acceleration factor. How fast can that cone move? And as opposed to how much air it can displace. So, for example, a 21-inch death penalty and a 21-inch Warden, sure, the Warden has more motor force, but the acceleration factor is much, much higher, and therefore you can displace that air at a faster pace. So think about it like a Warden is a 1,000 horsepower race car, and a death penalty is a 300 horsepower race car. That's the difference in acceleration of actually the cone moving.
This sounds like it's going to get a little more technical than people want to get to. Versus, okay,
well, we can dumb it down. It moves.
So SD. Well, let's unpack SD. Let's unpack cone area and depth of cone. Right, everything is going to exit as a spherical wavefront. It doesn't matter the shape of the thing. So what you're saying is like a flat piston, like the PPI flat piston, versus the same.
It displaces less.
Displaces less than, you're saying that it displaces less than something that's concave and versus the I don't believe that. Do we have any evidence to suggest that at all?
I mean, otherwise that's show up like arguing if you get a gallon milk jug and you get a half-gallon milk jug, that the half-gallon can hold just as much because it's the same size around.
Well, it's also I mean, if you want to make analogies, say like a piston. I mean, it's more of a piston action, right? You're saying you're going to tell me that a dish piston has more displacement than a flat top piston.
Think of a compression. Look at the compression differences between a flat piston and a pointy piston.
Yeah, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about displacement.
It's the same concept.
No, it's not. We're talking about displacement. We're talking about bore and stroke, right? Bore and stroke. It doesn't matter what the shape of the piston is, because what you're compressing is the cabin volume.
How much extra, like measure a cone and say like square inches all the way around. You see what I'm saying? You've got more actual cone.
No, I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying that it doesn't matter. That's my contention. But I would love to see some data otherwise. I would love to see some data otherwise.
See, I came on and Taylor had to make it controversial. So somebody get me back with some kind of pie chart or something.
No,
all right. Since we're talking about people with big subs, what about 224s and an infinite baffle?
Okay.
That's what I'm talking
That
about.
was the dumbest thing ever.
Well,
done.
my point bringing that up was I've never heard like a huge sub, like be bigger than a 21 that was like, like worth it, because they start to get too big, too heavy, too much like there's too much ass to move back and forth, like not enough motor, too much coil. And
you have to also keep in mind that when people are building those style woofers, the 24s, 33s, 32s, whatever they want to call them, they're building those as a showpiece. It kind of becomes a jackhammer of sorts.
Right.
So it becomes more about how it looks and not really how it functions. If somebody wanted to, I guarantee you, I could take a 24 and bolt it, or a 24 or a 32 and bolt it to a Warden, and we could make it. We could make it go. If we put it in the right enclosure. So they get too caught up in the
sounds like a challenge
of how big the coil is, and all the craziness that becomes a cosmetic thing and not an actual. We become audio bond at that moment.
Right. Well, that was my point. Right. I'm trying to go back through the comments because somebody said I'm ignoring them. So I'm just see if anybody had a question for you. A deep dish piston has more CC. Yes. About to see. Oh shit! I'm about to see. Yeah, I started drinking at 4, so we're about to get flat. Oh my god, this is like an argument that's gonna rage on. I can see. All right, well I'm gonna have to do some research, but
where's Jacob Fuller?
Yeah, somebody tag Jacob.
He'll tell you everything you need to know. I'm sure he doesn't purposely choose to have the biggest, deepest cones for no reason.
Yeah, but sound is.
I mean, we started making the cones deeper just because structurally they're stronger that way.
Right. Yeah, I can see that.
And as an end result, they wind up being slightly louder because they, in some form or fashion, displace more air.
Okay, so think about it like this. Let me see if this makes sense to you. Think about, you ever blow bubbles out of a wand? Like you ever blow bubbles? God damn it! Everybody's got kids. Y'all blowing bubbles.
What's that?
Okay, so that's how sound exits a transducer, right? It exits as a spherical wave front. Okay, does it matter the shape of the thing that you're blowing bubbles through? No, it only matters the exit of that thing. That is what's going to make the sphere, the bubble, right? It can be very deep. It can be flat, like most of them are. You can do like this. It's gonna make a thing, unless you're talking about impedance matching, which we're not, like a horn style impedance matching. The depth of the cone does not affect displacement of a woofer. Otherwise, it would show up in the SD, because the way SD is tested, it's put in a syringe, the size of the thing, and they measured the displacement of the woofer. If you could show that a deep dish or a deeper cone has more SD than a flat piston, then I'll concede, but I haven't seen it yet. So
I thought it only measures the diameter.
No, it measures legitimate. Well, VD. I'm sorry, not SD. Well, it's a a function of. But if I could see some VD, some volume displacement, or some
so
venereal disease.
Just for the sake of argument, if we had a 21-inch cone and it was flat versus a 21-inch cone that was 5 inches deep, and we poured water in them, you think that the 21-inch that was flat would hold just as much water as the 21-inch that was 5 inches deep?
But that's not that. No, that's not the argument. The argument is, does it displace any more volume? But I see where you're saying. I see what you're saying. I 100% understand where you're coming from.
Volume of water.
But if you place it in the way that they measure, like when you get Klippel data, the way that they measure volume displaced, or SD, is in a syringe. So if you're saying that a deep dish will displace more because it has to displace as much behind it too, right? We're not just talking about forward. So you're sucking up more rarefication as you are the positive displacement.
That's not a word.
But you would agree that a 5-inch cone would hold more water if it was filled with water than a flat cone?
100%. 100%.
Okay, so if that same air is in front of that cone, it's not hard to argue that that same air is being displaced because there's more air in the same given area.
No, I understand. 100% understand what you're saying and where you're coming from. I just don't think that it translates.
I don't believe it.
I don't
want to believe it. I don't want to be wrong.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying
We didn't go
I'm
to the
not saying I
moon.
can't be wrong. I'm just
All right,
saying.
well, then,
I don't
okay,
think
then let's break it down one further step. Most people that have designed subwoofers, they have poles that are pointed for airflow reasons.
Okay.
Because we have proven, and so other people would do it too, that the higher the point in the pole, the more air we can push through the motor to cool the coil.
Sure.
So you would argue that if the top of the pole is flat, we get less air because there's resistance versus if it's pointed, correct?
Well, yeah, that's okay. Go ahead. Yes.
So we're just saying that now that the air can flow easier down,
yeah,
you have
that's
to
the
agree
resistance
that the
thing.
shape of something makes a huge difference in how it functions.
Yeah, we're talking about fluid dynamics now, though. We're not talking about wave fronts. We're not talking about sound. We're talking about fluid dynamics and linear flow versus laminar flow and the amount of flow. We're not talking about
Me and Skip are like, what?
Yeah.
pressure. So I'm not
I can
pressure.
explain it. I don't want to.
But I mean, we're using what's inside of the coil and under the dust cap to create that pressure. So if we can, with a dome pole, so to speak, can push more air through the body to keep the coil cool, then with that concept, it's easier to understand that in reverse, if you have a cone and we're pushing more air with the cone, the deeper it is, it's kind of the same thing in reverse.
I'm not sure I agree, but I will concede that the shape of the top of the pole piece matters.
Yeah, you definitely have to. Fuller would describe that best. Guarantee it.
I'm just saying, I don't. Well, let's move on. Let's move on. Everybody go and do your own research. I think we're losing people at this point.
All right, what's next?
You brought it up. I mean, I didn't even know when I entered this web address I was going to go live.
Go straight live. Straight live. He didn't have time to do his
Straight
hair,
into the
makeup.
smoke.
I didn't either. I just clicked on it.
I'm like, do I have to ask to be accepted? What
No,
do we do? And then
no,
they-
anybody can click that son of
I'm
a
like, look, you're all here.
Yeah, just bust the door down.
just kicking in the door. Hey, while you're here, tell us what's coming up, man. What's going on with Incriminator? Does anybody not know who this is? This is Nick Wright, owner of Incriminator Audio.
The big thing we got going right now is Triple Fest. It's in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
The whole world's coming to town for the big throwdown. We're, I guess, unofficially, we've kind of replaced Spring Break as the big kickoff show. We have all the big boys: DB Drag Triple, Iasca Triple, Mecca Triple, USAC Triple. If it's a triple, we're having it. Triple
Damn.
Fest.
Where is this?
We're
We're
in the middle of nowhere, Alabama.
in Muscle Shoals, Alabama.
Bam.
Damn it. Why is it
Everybody in
got
the world's coming. I don't know how you guys don't know about it.
That's the same weekend as Aggieland, apparently. Is it? What dates are
Yep,
there?
it definitely is because
Ah,
we were a little aggravated that we planned our show a year in advance and they decided to have it the same weekend. But it
the
is
problem is I have to go to Aggieland
Nobody's
to
going
be
to
able to
Nerd
qualify
Fest.
for finals. That's like the worst part.
Why do you have to go?
Because
he's an SQ guy.
now for SQ, you have to make a regional. So if you do not make a regional for SQ, you do not qualify to be able to go to finals.
So you couldn't come to our show and do Iasca or Mecca and compete in SQ and
Not unless you're a regional. There's like
That's
only
specific
10 of them.
judge.
I know. It's,
People
I
say
got
they
better
do this
ears.
too. That's crazy.
I know. Aggieland.
just out of
Aggieland,
curiosity, what makes it a regional? I'm not an SQ guy, so I don't know.
I think it's the judges that are
No,
there.
it's like a
probably.
4X. It's like a 4X.
Oh.
So it's like you've basically you have to make an effort to show up to one of these shows type things to be. I don't know. I don't understand how they justify it, but Aggieland, it's a big show, and I'd love to go, and I'd love to go to yours too. But if I have to choose, I got to go to the one that's going to bring me to final.
Now that I know that, I will talk to the powers that be because we're going to be the end of April from, I guess, the end of time now because apparently we decided that, I don't know if you guys know the Triple Fest story, but Steve Benton used to be the DB drag judge here in town, and he went off and did the Midwest SPL thing, and we kind of had a void for a triple judge for a long period of time. And one of the guys on the team was talking about having a little show at Cook Shop or somewhere around here just to do something and have something going on. And anyway, I was like, well, I'll call Wayne and, I'm sure he'll let me run a double because I don't think it'd be a big deal. And then that turned into, well, we got Jeremy Creamer, who's a triple judge. So why don't we just have a triple? And I was like, okay, well, we'll pay whatever and we'll have a triple. It'll be something different. Well, then some of the guys decide they're going to go to Freeze Fest, which is in Nashville area, which is a big Mecca show. And they also have DB Drag up there, a 2X. Chris Gregory runs that. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll go up there, whatever. And then the Mecca guys start giving me crap about how we're having a DB Drag show and we're not having Mecca. So then I'm like, well, okay, well then we can have a Mecca show, so we'll just have a 3X Mecca show, and then that turns into, well, are we gonna have base boxing and IDBL and
oh, here we go.
So
get all of them.
Just snowballs, and the next thing I know, Steve basically says we can't put all these people at Audio X; they're freaking not gonna fit. So then we have to move to the fairground, and then it becomes a big running joke. And because we had just left Freeze Fest, I ignorantly said, well, hell, we're having triples. We'll have Triple Fest.
Yes.
And then we had Triple Fest, and then half the freaking world came to it. And then I was like, well, why don't you guys have some? Why don't you have USAC, and we'll just have the big four. And then Robert Kohler moves from Arizona or wherever all the way to Florida. So now he's over here. So now we can have USAC. So
yes.
So then we decide, well, we'll just create a Triple Fest logo. And I guess Terminator Audio is going to have Triple Fest now. I mean, Sundown has a show. Scotty at Excess Power has a show. Hell, we'll have a show.
Bring it.
There you go. I like it.
I like it because it's closer.
I want to go. Hey, call up somebody, get an SQ judge out there and make it original. And I swear to God, I will.
We're gonna have the big SQ judges. I mean, last year Benny was there from all those guys. So
look, all I need is for you to call. I need you to call Steve Stern and say, look, we're gonna be a regional. Let TVA get judged here, and I will come to Triple Fest.
It's a satellite show.
I'm saying, for real.
It's SQ. Why not?
Talk to him again this week. You want me to ask him and see what he says?
Yes. 100%.
All right. I mean, why not?
T-Fade making changes.
I'm telling you, we're just gonna be like moving stuff around.
Triple Fest is still just a one-day show, right?
Yeah, that's the kind of the thing with Triple Fest. It was designed to be competitor friendly. So you just come in town. Most people, they have to do the Saturday, Sunday thing, have to take off work, too much crap. So the idea of Triple Fest is you get off work Friday, as long as you live within a 6 or 7 hour drive, you can haul ass here, get a hotel Friday night. We got some cheap $50 hotels, $60 hotels, whatever. You come in town. We have a one-day show. We knock it out of the park. It runs kind of late. It's over at like 8 or 9. But you get it all done in one day. And then people stay Saturday night and go have, some adult beverages, obviously. And then they wake up Sunday morning and can drive home, and they had a fun weekend, and they didn't have to waste it all day standing outside of the stereo show, burning up or whatever. It's a one-day thing. And the more we add, people are pushing it to be 2-day, but that kind of kills the joy of the idea behind it originally. So we're going to keep it a one-day as long as we possibly can.
How's the pricing for that? I don't even remember. Is it just like a single entry fee, or is it each all?
We just extended the registration through the end of this week because we got a new website, and the pre-registration link had to change due to the new website we rolled out. But we're offering a pretty sweet deal. For right now, till Saturday, it's $85 all in, so you can pay $85 and you can run everything in all 4 orgs.
Jeez.
What? Oh my God,
that's crazy.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and once again, the whole idea of Triple Fest is not to make money. So this isn't a money adventure. This is, we're going to try to guess how many people are going to come. We're going to back figure that number from there, what we need to break even, and that's kind of the intent. I mean, last year we came within a couple $100 of breaking even, so we kind of
that's a win. That's a win then.
Yeah, so same thing. So it's $85 if you want to come and run DB Drag, Alaska, USAC, Mecca. You want to run it all, you can come. And if you don't pre-register, it's $100 day of, and that's still the best deal you're going to find on anything. I mean, people were paying $300+ to run a day.
Yeah, I know last year.
Everything you want, and if you have to come the day of the show, it's $100 flat fee that day.
That's
Yeah, I
not
know.
bad.
Last year we lost like $3,000 on our 3X because we had three 3Xs too. But whatever. It is what it is.
You got to give people places to play, and I don't think a lot of people understand that a lot of these shows actually lose money. And a lot of it is just to get it out there.
Yeah,
That's why.
there's
That's why I tell people don't even worry about trophies. I mean, I know a lot of people like trophies, but don't pay for that shit. I just, I want to get my points. I want to have fun. I want to hang out. I want to do my thing, and I don't
Drink.
care about the trophies or people spending
Give me
$1
a
trillion on trophies.
Yeah,
But I'm sure Triple Fest has awesome trophies.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way if we were like an individual or a shop or something, we could do what we're doing just because we're well known as the brand. We're able to get it out there, and then if we have to, we can absorb some of the costs. But I mean, it's kind of like a marketing thing, so we're willing to go in the hole if we have to. But I mean, but the idea is to try to break even on it. So as long as we stay pretty close to that, even if we go in the couple thousand in the hole or whatever, we're still going to have the show because it's awesome for our brand as well too. So
no, I mean, look, we need to start a Facebook group or something that has like every huge show, and like we need to work these scheduling conflicts out ahead of time. You know what I mean? This is.
Well, I mean,
it's called Facebook.
Yeah, he said he had a plan for a year. He said.
Yeah, but each one has their own. Like nobody talks to each other. We need to be talking about these things.
Well, see, the whole idea behind what we're doing though is the show is already like pre-locked in. So I mean, we already know April 25th.
And you have everybody. Yeah, so and you have everybody there.
It's the fourth Saturday of April. So I mean, you can't mess that up.
The national holiday.
As long as we don't hit Easter, I guess
Right.
Technically speaking, the fourth Saturday.
Hank, we're gonna kick you, and we're gonna get a mecha judge in here, and he's gonna fuss at Nick for putting his show on the same
right.
weekend.
Appreciate it, Hank.
Hey, appreciate you stopping in, brother.
Free man.
Nick, somebody asked, what is that official looking document you have on the wall there behind your head?
That's one of the. This one here in the corner is one of the patents. That one is the patent for the shredder basket.
No kidding.
We've got the. Believe it or not, I haven't had a chance to get some of the new ones. The split force one and all that isn't even framed yet. And the reason for it is they messed up mine. They misspelt. They put us down as Killeen, Texas, and not Alabama, so we had to get a correction. Okay. But yeah, we've got a handful of those, and that's one of the last ones we were able to get framed. But
how many patents do you have?
Ballpark it. I don't know, a handful, 3 or 4. I mean, we've got 2 or 3 under the incriminator name, and there's a few more that are lingering around there.
Yeah.
So who are you bringing on?
We're bringing on Jeff Schneider. He is the director of Parts Express, car audio at Parts Express. He's also a finals certified sound quality judge, and he's also a giant douche. So this should be fun. Hey, speaking of, oh wait, no, that wasn't it. I was thinking there was somebody using your stuff at finals last year for SQ. Was there anybody running Incriminator?
I honestly don't know. There's a lot of flat lines out there, the original one and the new cup one. So it's possible. We get lots of requests for blank dust caps, home theaters, and all kind of stuff. So a handful of people that do run them, they don't talk about it because we're SPL. So I don't know if it's possible.
Dude, the flat line is amazing. Like you can ask anybody who knows anything about SQ, and they will tell you your SPL sub is amazing for SQ. Steven, I think we're moving on from that topic. We're gonna talk about that later.
Well, if you guys need me to go, I mean, I can head out.
No. Steven's asking. He's bringing up old shit about the displacement issue. He said, "How does a dust cap not change the volume, but a flat piston versus normal cone does?" So if you have a giant dust cap and a huge dish, cone.
I mean, I can tell you from our testing, if you have one of our drivers and you take the dust cap off, for burps, it doesn't make a difference. The only real effect is cooling. So if we have one fly off or something, it's not a big deal. But I mean, we have tested various versions, and even though I don't have a scientific formula to prove that a deeper cone is louder, just from A to B testing, I know that there is some difference there.
And that's why Fade will never believe it, because there's no scientific theory proven.
I'm sorry, I have to have data.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Up until this moment, I mean, no one has ever really been like, up until he brought it up a while ago. There's, when you know 1,000 things about 1,000 things, you don't until they get brought up in the topic. You're like, whatever. But I mean, we have tested it. It is louder to some degree. And the only thing I can contribute that to is the actual displacement, because it is slightly larger. But I don't have any, real world here's the formula to give you this. But I just know that there's certain things in SPL that work and certain things that don't, and the deeper cone is one of them.
100%. That's like Tommy K says, "Welcome to SPL." Any sense? So we have a nameless, faceless guest,
but they don't have a camera.
I've got my baby who just threw up all over me and him.
Oh, nice. Again, we're all real
my
people
webcam's
with
not
children.
Oh,
hey man, there's nothing wrong with that. I've got a 22-year-old month-old kid today, and he Sunday I was trying to have a nice afternoon, and in a period of about an hour, I had to change his diaper 3 times because he cracked 3 times in a row. So there's no shame in being a father.
I have to change my diaper at least twice for every show.
Yeah.
Do you have any SQ competitors running your components, Nick? Do you know of?
No, I don't think they're the components we have are kind of entry based. We don't have anything that would be up to par with what people want. I mean, like I said, the whole SQ thing wasn't something that we tried to jump into. I've got into lots of situations because Steve Cook is 8 miles down the road that
right
any problems, and he's around a lot, believe it or not. I talked to him a couple days ago. He's always beating me up for something. So,
dude, I cannot tell you how many. It's actually become sort of a joke at this point. How many times I've messaged Cook to come on the show? He won't do it.
He a couple months ago pounded me for 6 months straight about how he wanted a high excursion or a high power handling, one or the other, shallow mount 10 or something like that. And I tried to explain to him the tooling that would be, the craziness that would be involved in this, and it could be done. And he was like, "Well, just make it."
Yeah, I don't care.
I'm like, because I have so much infinite time already,
Yeah, he's a crazy person. He is a crazy person.
That must be nuts to know. It's like a sick joke to know what he wants, but then it doesn't exist. Like he has to get a date or something.
Well, I've been fortunate about, I don't know how long. I'm going to say, the one thing I'm terrible with is time, but I'm going to say about a year ago, maybe somewhere in that range, like last summer, somewhere, he bought a CNC machine, and he has freaking lost his mind because all this crap in his head, he can actually cut and not have to make it. He can make it in 10 minutes, or he can spend 3 days and cut it by hand. So now he's losing his mind because now he can do whatever with that. So now he's building all kind of craziness, if you go to his Facebook page or look at all that stuff, he does all kind of craziness. But now he's got like an outlet with this CNC machine. He's cutting acrylic and plexi and God knows whatever else. So he doesn't bother me as much because he's like, well, I was going to get Nick to help me with this woofer, but I'm going to make this $20,000 box because I can make it in an hour with this CNC machine. So that's what he does now.
Yeah.
Big
he's a crazy. Jeff, mute your mic until you're done. We're listening to whatever disgusting cleanup you have going on.
No. I'm going to clean up. I'm sitting in his filth right now. I'm waiting to talk. At this point, I'm ready. Without a camera.
Well, how about it, man? I just came on because they mentioned my name, and now I'm like wondering what I'm still doing here. Like I just I was gonna pop in.
You're VIP, man.
I'm watching you guys, and then somehow I got stuck here.
Yeah, just kick in the door, wreck shit.
That's what it is. Hey, you got shit to do, man.
Yes, sir. We appreciate the time.
Hey, appreciate you stopping in, Nick.
Talk to you guys soon.
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
Yeah. Hey.
Nick Wright from Incriminator Audio, and we will now talk shit about him since he just left. Actually, we let you in so you could talk shit about him and his show and why he had to schedule it on the same weekend as Aggieland.
Fade wants to know why they can't be a regional.
Well, I have never been to Aggieland, and I probably never will. So I will not talk shit about either. But I would go to Triple Fest because that just sounds like a shit ton of fun.
Yeah, it does.
Aggieland's probably a shit ton of fun, but traveling to Texas is like,
well, I mean,
way out of my.
Brad and Brandon and I make it fun. I don't know, them other guys, they're boring as shit.
You gonna tell Pate that?
Yes.
You gonna tell Pate that?
Yes, I will. I will tell Pate that.
It's just a bunch of this going on.
A whole bunch of. Oh my! Your shit sounds amazing. Do you mind if I jerk off in your car?
Pocket protectors. Taking notes.
Dude, last year I was there, and I cannot remember this guy's name to save my life, but he had a Mama car, like to fucking end all Mama cars, and it sounded awesome. It sounded amazing, you know. But he built this thing.
You remember what kind of car it was?
It was like a beige taupe style, like I don't even know, smaller than an Impala, but super super Mama. And I don't mean to put the guy's business out there, but I think his grandmother actually died in it. That's the story I heard. So he gets it from his grandmother, builds it, and it sounds amazing. But we're sitting in there and listening to it, and I look at him and he looks at me, and I'm like, this is so gay. So like our hashtag all weekend was like, can I get a demo? You know, hashtag no homo. Because it's like two dudes sitting in a car, like all shoulder to shoulder, listening.
Oh yeah, they always music. They want to make sure you don't fuck shit up.
I want to turn the treble up, bro. I can't touch your radio, dude. Get out of here.
Oh, dude, the worst car I've ever been in. Well, not worst. Let me phrase this correctly. The weirdest car I've ever been in was like Matt Hall. So it sounds great. It's real cool. His Mercedes was fun. Yeah, but amazing. Like you sit all the way back and you lean all the way back.
Yeah, and there's like you're one like guy leaning, like all he has to do is move his hand over, and it's like a completely different experience.
and it's so funny because if you know anything about Matt Hall, he has this like really weird, like relaxing voice, and so like he'll get in, sit next to you, and like, and you'll talk, and be like, "So did you hear that? Did you hear that?" And then like his voice is just so relaxing. I'm like, should I be falling asleep next to you? Are you gonna like slip me a little bit of roofie, and we're gonna have a great night?
Brad, what was that dude's name with the Momo car? He was like it's like a hipster looking dude, like a beard and the whole thing. I can't remember the guy's name. But anyway, Jeff, what do you got for us at Parts Express? We need some cheap ass subs, man.
Oh, well, bless you, buddy.
By the way, if anybody doesn't know, Jeff is the director of car audio for Parts Express or something like that. I don't know.
And raw speaker drivers, and not like Dayton Audio GRS.
Yeah. So like, this is the guy from Parts Express. If you've never been to Parts Express, you are missing out on life. I swear to God.
So I'm getting ready to activate. I sent a little a leak to Strictly Sound Quality last week about a certain Morel driver that is coming out. Did you happen to see that?
I did.
Yeah. So there's also a carbon version of a midwoofer that is identical to that, just no tweeter. And there is one that's already out. It's it's a standard cone. It's kind of like their weird sandpaper cones that you see. And I'm going to activate those probably into the week if I get the chance. And those things are absolutely badass. Probably my favorite speaker I've ever seen.
I mean, you've heard them already, right?
Oh, hell no, man. I'm not. Those things are expensive. You think I'm just going to take one out of the box and pick it up right now?
My question is, before we move on from the SQ part, is do I still need a dedicated mid bass with those things?
No. Well, with the coaxials, probably, because you don't have as much cone area as you would like the full. If you bought the mid woofer, because you're missing a huge cutout where the tweeter goes, so you don't have nearly as much SD.
Okay. All right. What about closeout Titan? Like, do we have any glitter cone Titans left?
Dude, there are a few Titans left, bro. You should buy them so it helps me out.
Yeah. How many are
but
left?
There's
I got 4 of them. sitting on the floor.
I think there's
know.
I think there's like 3 or 4 models left, but they're not nearly like as pretty as the purple cones because those were choice.
Is there anything
Purple?
different between them? Just the color and stuff?
No, 0.
Okay.
I looked at all.
Mostly mostly just the color.
Okay.
All right, I need you to like make some like LMS Ultras or like $50 or something. Do something, man. Go in there, like bust down the door of somebody and be like, "We got to get these guys $20 subs," and so we can beat it up.
Are y'all the
Well,
only,
I do have a new. Go ahead.
No, I mean, answer that. I had a different question. Go ahead.
Okay, so I do have some subs that came in today that were samples. They were displayed at CES, but we're going over some revisions and making sure everything's right. At CES, we debuted the Dayton Audio HE series.
Oh,
Now the HE, just like the HO and the HF, there's high fidelity, high output, and then obviously the HE is high excursion.
oh, I like it.
And we just verified today a whopping 30 millimeters of X Max.
What? One way or peak to peak?
It's a 10-inch driver.
I like.
Yeah, this thing is a monster. I wish I could say a lot more about it, but since we're still kind of in the trial period, that should be coming out hopefully later this year. Let me tell you,
No, Fade, you don't get another question. Shut up.
Well, my question was, does Parts Express have a social media? Where can they follow that, or do they need to just follow you and you're going to tell us all about it?
Oh, well, you can follow the Parts Express social media page. They post a lot more of the new stuff. I just post like little sneak peeks that aren't like Dayton Audio related because I'll get in trouble if I post that.
Yeah. So, Parts Express on Facebook?
Yeah, Parts Express. Yeah, Parts Express on Facebook. You can also follow Dayton Audio. Dayton Audio will probably get the scoop first and post it. So if you want to follow both, that'd be great.
Info. Everybody's gonna go follow Parts Express on Facebook, and yeah, he has a bald head. Steven said he's trying to picture.
Oh yeah, dude, hella bald.
Yeah, oh yeah. Picture just a gorgeous man that looks a lot like Skip, but drives a Fiesta ST.
I don't. Does he really?
He does.
You just became cooler, sir.
Skip is now a convert. He saw a Fiesta ST beat like a vet or something on a video, and now all of a sudden he's like a big fan. When I had one, they were gay, but he saw one beat a freaking Hellcat, and all of a sudden they're cool.
You didn't beat a Hellcat.
Yeah, well, I could have.
We bonded over that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Taylor, he messaged me as soon as I bought it. He's like, man, I had one of those, one of my favorite cars of all time.
I hate you. I'm so jealous. I swear to God. All right, we're booting you. Beat it.
Boop.
Beat it.
Right,
everybody go
guys.
follow Parts Express.
I hate Fade.
What? Oh, you had so many more questions?
I had one.
Oh, what was it? I'll answer for you.
I don't know. I didn't know if he knew the backstory. I don't know a backstory between what happened to TC Sounds and why does Parts Express now sell Audio Pulse as.
I think probably they just bought a bunch and then now they don't have any more.
Nope. What is Parts Express anyway? Is it just it's not just a distribution, huh? I just fucked that word up.
Distribution?
Distribution.
I'm the one that's been drinking. I'm supposed to be slurring my words.
What? Oh my God.
Oh God, we have somebody else. This dude. Hey, what, you had 2 beers and you feel like you can call? Oh, you had another one now.
He's losing at PUBG.
Different one.
He's losing at PUBG.
Yeah, he lost at PUBG. So now, what the hell is PUBG, by the way?
Nobody plays that
Battlegrounds.
game.
What is
Nobody plays that
PUBG?
game.
PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds.
It's a
Battle
video
Royale.
game. It's a video game.
Is it like
It's a nerd
Fortnite?
game.
Yeah, it's exactly like Fortnite.
Except
But it's
Fortnite
not as
came
cool.
after
But it's not
PUBG.
as fun. But it's not as
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
So what do you
that's
like?
funny.
If you have one game right now, if you could only play one game for the next year straight, what would it be, Hank?
That's tough. Because I love PUBG.
Okay, so PUBG, Skippy,
Apex. I like Apex now.
Apex. What the
Apex
crap is
Legends.
Apex?
It's the same thing. It's a battle
It's
royale.
like it's like this.
Yeah.
I don't understand what that means.
It's like
like an Apex.
you drop into an arena and you fight 100 other people. Like
It's
with guns.
literally like Battlefield just came out with one too. It's
So
a
they're all
battle royale.
exactly the same game. Is
Yep.
that what
It's
we're
the same
saying?
Yep.
style.
Yep.
It's the last man standing, basically.
Do they all like close in like
Yes.
Fortnite does?
Yep.
Yes.
So what's the difference? Do you get to build shit
No.
in every one of
No,
them?
no. Fortnite's the only one like that,
Yeah,
really.
Fortnite's the only one that builds.
Oh, I think that's probably
And
why
it's
some
third
people-
person too. I can't deal with that. I can't deal with Fortnite third person.
What do you mean third person?
Like you don't have a reticle. You have to like aim your guy. It's weird.
Like you could see the whole person,
Yeah.
not just the gun.
You know, you're not just a gun like this behind it, but you're like, I don't know. It's good.
I don't know.
We're getting
I
way off
own
track.
75 GPUs and I don't
He's-
game.
How is that? How's your Bitcoin shit doing?
I'm still doing it.
Do that? Why?
I'm still rolling cuz at a
Yeah, but
loss.
didn't it,
Hey, people.
yeah, but didn't it
sometimes
just go up
build
though?
Yeah, it took a big jump. And you know why? This is what I love about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin specifically.
Because it's fake.
No, well, it took, well that too.
It's
But
monopoly.
it took like it jumped 25% in 1 hour because of an April Fool's joke. That's what I love about crypto. It's
That's why
like
it's
people
sick.
are
It's
so
No.
stupid.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's like
Dude, an April Fool's joke article came out about Bitcoin, the ETF being approved on the 16th. It came out that it was already approved or pre-approval or something. And like people lost their minds and just like
what's the highest it's been? 19,000 or?
almost 20K. Yeah.
Yeah,
Almost
almost
20K.
20.
And it came from nothing, huh? That's the biggest thing though. It's still up
Yeah,
4,000.
Years ago, yeah.
2009. Yeah. 2009. It
Nobody-
came out of the financial crisis.
There's only a handful of people that made money though, right?
No, a lot of people didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody
Hank,
made money.
dude, I remember Hank talking about it on
I was
SNB
doing-
years
I
ago.
was doing like Dogecoin or whatever.
Yeah,
it's called.
Dogecoin. Like
Yeah.
you can
Dog.
trade this stuff like stocks every day.
I
I
actually
make a
traded,
couple of percent every day, dude. I just have
I
my
actually
bot.
traded all my Dogecoins to Fuller for SA12s.
Are you
how-
serious?
That's how I paid for my. that's how I
Somebody
paid
tag
for
Jacob
my
Fuller. He
SA12s.
won't take my damn Dogecoin. Bastard.
I don't think they're worth none no more.
Oh, look at High Five Vegas agreeing with me. I can't believe it.
Someone agreed with you?
Listen,
You-
listen.
You can't hold it in your hand.
Yes, you can.
No, you
Wait,
can't.
Can you hold the money
Yes,
in
I
your
can hold
bank
100
account in your
I
hand?
can hold $100. I could go get that money
His
right
phone-
now.
Dude,
his
what is that?
phone.
What is that backed by?
Gold.
No, it's not.
Gold.
No.
Trump gold.
Well, maybe Trump. Maybe Trump, but not gold.
Trump doubloons.
The gold standard is not a thing. No, our currency is not. I don't understand why people still think that our money is backed by gold. It's not a thing.
What's Bitcoin backed by? Nothing.
That exactly
Back-
the
backed
same
by-
thing as
Backed by
US
Fortnite
dollar is
servers.
backed by. Exactly the same
I
thing.
think the electricity companies fucking back it.
Yes.
No, and nobody knows the creator.
It's much
Some
money-
Asian guy that just made it up.
As much
How do
money.
we know
as,
he's
like,
Asian?
the-
Racist.
I've seen it. Isn't his name like Satomo or something like that?
That's his name. That doesn't mean he's Asian.
How many Hispanic guys you know named Satomo?
How many Asian guys do you know Satoshi Nakamoto?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
He invented.
Come on,
sushi rice.
arigato, Mr. Roboto.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I swear to God, I'm not even. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. But if you effing morons don't go buy you a little Bitcoin right now while it's
Why?
around $5,000, I swear to God, I will beat you all to death.
That doesn't make sense.
Instead, I'm importing a vehicle. That's what I'm doing with my money.
You
So
found
Well,
a
there you
panda or what? Oh no, you found a truck. That truck thing.
Dust cap matter.
What can you say? Can you say?
I won't say.
No.
That's why you're not a regular guest on here.
I won't say, but
No, exactly.
You'll see it. I'm hoping I'll get it before Slam. I don't know.
What did you have? You had a Fiesta, that brown looking one.
Yeah, the little
Dude,
Ford
I
Fiesta.
love that thing. Like I would have just drove it daily.
For real.
Oh my god, it was so hot and old.
It was so ugly.
No, it was hot.
That thing was dope.
It was
No,
clean too.
The only problem was, it's like, I'm glad I ended up selling it because they changed the 1K rules now. You have to have like a fucking airbag in your car,
That's weird, huh?
stuff like that.
They're just trying to take out the pandas and the Terras and
Yeah,
the TRXs.
and that's their way to do it. Just do it.
I mean,
Screw
it's
that.
actually genius if you think about it. But I feel like a CRX is a very viable daily driver, whereas a Panda is not. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
if you've ever driven one, you would realize they're not, because the clutch pedal and the brake pedal are probably like 2 inches apart.
What's for
So
those little bitty Euro feet?
Dude, it's almost impossible to drive.
Yeah, Euros. What are you gonna do?
Because we got a Panda now too, so it's just.
I hate sound check. I swear to God, I hate them.
Well, we got some other things too, but
Are
we
they
just
the
haven't
same-
we
are they the
haven't
s-
publicly made it posted.
Are they the same people as Base Beer Mafia? No.
No,
Okay.
not even close.
No, those are loud. Those are the really loud
Yeah,
guys.
those
Where
are
are they
really
from?
loud
They're
guys.
from here though. They're from.
Hank, dude, I
No,
need
they're
y'all
from
to.
Kansas.
I need you guys to fully embrace the $150 challenge and put a number up. Would you please? Just take out the subs out
Like
of
the
RP's
1-2
wall.
van.
Yeah, take out the
We
subs
need-
out of RP's wall and like put something in it and just do a retarded number.
We
Can you
need
do that?
to we need to get a new windshield in it.
A fucking
It's
windshield.
it's been broke since finals, so
Fix it and make it happen. You got a month and a half to make it happen.
Dude, we need to just make it year long. Who was I talking to earlier? Like, just fuck, just
like
I mean,
January 1st to December
yeah,
31st.
just send
It would be
like
too.
a season, like a whole
Yeah.
season.
It would be too disjointed. I mean, I get it. I understand what you mean, but I need people to like have a
know.
sense of urgency. Like, let's buy this. We got to get it going. We
Let
know
us-
what I mean? And if
How
you,
much
if
how
you
much
end
time do
it,
we have?
You got a month and a half.
Well,
April
maybe we'll
1st,
get the extreme
Uh,
van up by then.
March, April, May, June 1st. June 1st.
You see the van we bought, the extreme van?
Yes.
No, I don't see nothing.
Yeah,
It's,
Steven, you can spend 100. There is a sub only class, so you can spend all $150 on subs only. Yes, there's two flavors: $150 for subs only, and then $150 for subs and amp. So,
Yeah, we got
number to beat right now. What is the 149.1 is the sub plus amp, and I think 150. What is the
Seven,
sub?
Can that be metered anywhere, or is that just like
No, it's USAC. Yeah, USAC.
kick?
USAC?
If it's loud, it's in the kick.
No, who did
Franklin did like a 56 or something like that.
No, did he? 56? Good Lord have
Yeah,
mercy.
with that SA Lieb one.
Jesus. Beer based mafia must just be sitting back,
Yeah,
licking
that's-
their chops.
yeah.
Oh wait, did
They'll
they
put-
do? They might have did that.
No,
with
they
the
haven't
BB
posted
drive.
the number yet.
Dude, yeah,
They're
him or
waiting.
like Kevin Cole or any of those guys. Like,
Yeah.
those guys are so legit.
They got a 57. They got just waiting for
Oh,
some.
minimum.
Yeah.
Especially if they don't have to like have a frequency cap or nothing like that.
They have to
Dude,
do. The only thing they have to do is do
those fucking cars.
two back-to-back runs, so they can't
That's right,
just
you gotta
send
back
it.
it up.
You know?
Oh, that doesn't matter. Those cars are so efficient, anyways. It's just
I know,
like
I hate those guys.
We're gonna make a rule with no airbag.
there's
I need to
There's-
see your airbags.
yeah.
It has to come stock. Like I wonder if I can modify and put like a newer Civic steering wheel in a CRX.
That's no, I said that too, but it says
Oh.
like factory airbag because I said the exact same
Because
thing.
you can and you can get it to work and everything. You know.
What if you like produce an airbag for your suspension and call it factory? Would that count as a factory airbag?
Just put your whole dash live airbags along the windshield.
Dude, I honestly, I still like competing in SPL, but all the gray areas and the ridiculousness and the trying to find this 10th
But
here.
the cool thing about SPL is it's not bias.
It's not.
It's not bias at all.
Right.
But
The,
neither is
the meter doesn't say it. It ain't doing it.
I hear you. I hear
Says-
you.
Yeah. Speaking of that, you ever gonna do a 60 out of your CRX?
No.
Hey, actually, what the fuck happened to your 16-inch tall speaker box, Skip?
16 foot tall.
16
inch?
inch. Your
What?
15 box.
I was
that you
gonna
did
go to
wrong.
16 and a half.
What? Oh yeah.
Oh
I,
yeah.
I don't know what happened. You didn't specify 45s.
I did specify that shit. I
Hey,
told you exactly
hey,
what to build
hey,
for your CRX.
Taylor, if somebody says put 45s in a box, what does that mean to you?
Put 45 in the box.
All right.
Like a little chinga
Yeah,
in the
in the
corners.
corners, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not what Hank meant for.
No,
for
that.
the-
Oh, he meant lop off
yeah,
the
yeah,
corner.
yeah.
Ah,
I can still do
yeah.
that, but I'm just saying
Yeah, he still
that
has.
doesn't matter. That doesn't
Like
matter.
Alan does it after the fact. He builds the box and then he cuts them.
Problem is, you lose so much. Like that car, since I think I've owned 12 CRXs now. I think what I've owned.
Jeez.
I know that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The efficiency is definitely way different when you go from square to curve to.
And
to
you know what?
45.
It's actually twofold for that box, because it's not just making the box more efficient. You're also allowing the
The
pressure.
air.
Yeah.
Yep.
The
Guess I
air.
wouldn't
That's
call it
what's
air.
crazy.
I guess
The
I wouldn't call it
air.
air,
The
Crazy,
but
air,
dude.
he says.
the air.
CRXs are crazy.
What would that would that Civic you had was stupid loud, huh? For that no wall thing.
Oh, the
Like the-
single 21. Yeah.
Was that a 21?
Yeah, single DDZ
That was
21.
Stupid. Why do you
Two-
you just do stuff and then just throw them away
Yes.
after?
Yes,
Like whatever happened to that?
I ripped the box out and put the interior back in it, and it was street stock car.
Oh my god! All right, that's Taylor's 15-minute mark.
That is. Everybody start spamming stupid ass questions right now, and we're gonna
roast me, do it.
roast
God.
Hank or stupid ass question time for Hank. Go.
And he leaves.
No, I'm getting a beer. It's fine.
He's going to get some really horrible beer. He can't just drink beer. It's like got to be the most ridiculously horrible beer ever. What do you got?
It's different too.
Why don't they make a STI
So
Forester?
terrible.
Spells too hearted.
Huh?
Definitely not terrible.
Why don't they make a STI Forester?
Oh my god, I wish they would. It
It
would cost $87,000.
Yeah, it would probably cost $50,000.
Hank's 5K setup does 49s. Zing.
Yeah,
Setup. We're not roasting me, Zen. We're roasting Hank.
He said,
Actually,
Yeah.
you can roast
He said
me.
Hank.
Bring it.
it's true. It's right. That element is trash.
Take a damn shower, Hank.
I know. I got off work, and this is why I'm in.
Are you watching the comments, or are we just
Nope.
gonna have to roast you from them?
You can roast me. I don't care.
Okay. You drink
Actually,
donkey piss.
I got an ultra wide. I'll do it.
Bruh, Fade, what's the prescription strength of your glasses? I don't know what that means.
You have thick glasses.
The
Do
Coke
they? Are
bottles.
they? They're like
Coke bottles, bro.
they're +1. I don't know. I don't know. What to say.
They're not even prescription. They're old people.
They're
glasses.
reading glasses.
Yeah, they're
huh?
old people glasses. Not even
They're
prescription.
+1. I don't know what to tell you. That doesn't bother me at all. What's the mystery amp, Skip? Nobody. He actually doesn't know.
I
No
don't
one will
know.
tell him.
Yeah, that's why he's joking because he found it and he told
I hate
Ronnie.
you. I hate you.
I might tell
Mystery amp
people
for what?
the
what the-
$150 challenge.
$150 challenge.
Hmm.
They're readers. I just said
I'll
that.
have to look.
+1.
I'll have to look it up.
+1.
They got a picture of the.
I went-
I mean, I could see without them. Clowns.
They have a picture of the
Kinda.
emblem on it. I could see it. I think I know what it is, but
I'll have to look up because I remember last time, like I looked through everything you could possibly find to
Dude,
find.
that's like half the fun. I think
it's
it's
not.
half the fun.
No, it's not. Because then
It
people
really
get,
is.
then they get unfair advantages.
No, you just can't tell anybody.
Yeah, that's what they do. They clamped a lot out of it too.
How about them AP minis, Taylor?
I hate you. Nobody's using them anymore, so yeah,
Because they stopped making them.
that's good. All AP. No one has dumbass questions.
I know of all
Oh
things.
my god! I
That's-
just like open forum for dumbass
I
questions.
see more than that, Adam.
Go. Mark said go. Dumbest question you can think of right now,
They're on like a delay.
besides the fact of the depth of a cone affects SD.
Nobody knows to roast me. I'll kill them.
I roast you every time I watch your show.
Do you remember? Oh yeah, you do that.
Hank, do you like LC1s? What's your
Yes.
preferred base knob?
Yes,
Yes,
the God.
I like, but I also use the Axis
Skosh.
knobs too.
Skosh for the win.
Yep.
They're $9.
Skosh for the win.
You can't beat it.
Skosh will skull drag an
I hate
LC1.
the people that come out after you say like, "Oh, this is a cool guy." Yeah, you can make one for $3. Or
Well,
like,
you know, I bought this $50 base knob
Yeah.
with a voltmeter.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
I have
need
the same
that
thing.
crossfire. Do you still want that crossfire?
No, maybe.
Nope. Too
Dude,
late.
I wanted it. I wanted it like months ago, and you like made a joke about I might just keep it. and
What's
put it in-
louder, MDF or Baltic Birch?
Ooh, Hank.
MDF with resin.
Hank. I mean, not Hank. MDF is the processed meat of lumber.
MDF is louder than birch.
Yo,
Why does
but
Skip never keep the screens even? He's we got to do it on the fly, cuz Veachium
it's
versus
hard.
Extreme. Veachium for the win. Radio Shack
Ooh.
DV meter.
Yo, give Lithium guys some smoke, Hank. Just call people
Yeah,
out right now.
call them out right now.
I don't know if
Smoke.
I could. I've never done that since I started this shit.
Do it right now.
No,
I don't do head to heads. I don't do none of that shit.
You give little jabs though. I always see them and I laugh.
I do too.
Oh, that's just all those little punk guys that just like start. I don't
They're
know.
like-
They take all my information. They even post my own like pictures of my shit.
I
Yeah.
love Paul Abdul.
That's your fault. Yes, I love Paul.
I love Paul
Abdul.
Abdul. Straight up, not dumb, and then you really wanna. Hey, I'll get into it right now. What was I gonna say?
I'll listen to anything that's well recorded. Or
Michael Jackson is probably has the best recordings.
I love Michael Jackson. Dude,
All his music.
They have this YouTube video of Michael Jackson, and it's a really cool illustration of SQ, because what it does is it shows you the mixing.
Oh, you did show me that. Oh,
Yeah, it shows you the mixing process, right? So I forget what it is. It Beat It or Thriller or whatever, but it has like a stage like in a square on the screen, and it goes and it shows you where it should be in your stage, and it's like kick drum, sing, like center. So it shows you where everything should be in the stage. So download that video or look at it, watch it on
Bluetooth
your yeah.
Hank,
Look
you
at
ever,
it on
Hank,
your,
you ever get into SQ?
Who, me?
Yeah,
don't
would
give a
you?
I bought a real SQ system. Actually, Lottie in here, Christopher Lottie Richardson in here, he bought all the stuff off me. But I had 3 nice C2K Zapcos, Bit 1 processor, all hybrid Legadia SE setup. Like I had it all. I dropped a lot of money, but I never installed it.
Money.
When I had the CRZ, I was gonna do it in the CRZ, but I never did it.
Why do you and Fade, well, not as much as you now, but why do y'all swap cars so fast, man?
Because I buy them cheap and I can.
That's
Jeez,
basically me. I'm just never satisfied. I don't know. I'm looking for my perfect car. Honestly, I wish I could find my perfect vehicle and have it for the rest of my life. You think I enjoy going?
You should just buy a Lambo with me next time I go to the dealership.
Good call. Hey, where can people get in touch with you for some VGMs? Just hit you up on Facebook?
VGM page?
he's got
Yeah,
a
because
page.
Oh, is there
Yeah,
a VGM page?
yeah, and half the
Sure,
people
why not?
message me asking for a price, and like the top post is like the pricing,
Okay.
like the
There you go.
pin post.
Anybody asking where you can find some VGMs?
How often you get messages? Do you do bus bars for them? What's the bus bar diagram?
Yeah. Do you do bus bars? I'm like, yeah, but they come with free cells, but they're pretty expensive.
There you go. Hey, we were talking shit about you before you came on. About larger cone woofers indoors, and you said that anybody making any decent pressure will shred larger
Mids.
cones.
I did say that before.
Have you seen that, or is that a
Yes, Chad Wilson had some 15s in his front doors in his B-pillar wall Astro. I don't know if you remember the Crossfire, like yellow, and I don't remember. Where's your mommy?
Where is your mommy?
I don't see your mommy. But
You have like security camera. You're looking through the screen.
no, I've got the stream up over here, and then the
What?
other one up over here.
Well, how are you
We
looking
actually-
for his mom?
You should give her the headphones. I want to know what it's like being married to Hank.
Oh
Veach.
God.
I don't think you want to know. I don't think you want to hear that.
Actually, I already know.
That's sick.
I know exactly what she's gonna say.
Uh-huh. So do I. So, but no, yeah, Chad Wilson, he had a Crossfire van that was like yellow, but it had like red and blue graphics down the side. I don't remember exactly what the setup was in it. It was like a bunch of tins in it with like mirrors on each side. I'm sure you've seen the picture of it online somewhere, but I don't know. It wasn't his setup first. He bought it. But yeah, he had
and
some
added the mirrors.
No, they were already there. But it was a nice install. But yeah, he had 15s in his doors, and it just
What
his
DB was he
drive-
doing? Like what?
low 60s. But it was a 15-inch little thin paper PA cone. You know, it's gonna imagine put the speaker or put a shirt in your window. How does that move around?
Yeah.
Being so heavy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Fade's
So,
low
I
on
mean-
drink,
I am.
aka
Yep.
the show's done.
Over. I'm done. This shit is done.
Yeah, we gotta have you back on though, Hank, bro. It's fun, just chatting. You know, that's all we do here is just chat.
Yeah, that's like I said. I wanted to get on. I just, like I said, I didn't want to do it till I got my room done in the
Yeah.
basement.
We could talk about more Super Poo.
Super Poos. Hey, they're selling. I don't care. Keep buying them.
Do you
Yeah,
own one?
everybody
Do you
keep
own one?
buying. If anybody doesn't know, Hank works at the Subaru place. So
Yeah, it's on
Keep
the
buying
show.
them.
keep buying them.
Keep my money coming in.
Yeah.
That's right.
All
right,
right,
beat it.
appreciate it.
All right, later.
Later.
Oh, Hank.
I'm not hanging up. I just got fussed at.
I wonder if people realize like how big of a troll Hank was on the forums
They did
and
not.
how retarded some of his builds used to be and still are, you know.
He never brags about him either. He never shows
No, I
them or
know. He's
reposts them.
He's just a crazy person. He is a legitimate crazy person.
Yeah. He just does stuff just to do it.
Yeah.
He has
That's
no.
what I love about him. He's just like, "Meh,
Yeah.
I'll try that. Which is how he arrived, like he just said, how he arrived at Veachiums. He just bought, like, dude, he's been testing lithiums
Right.
since lithiums were even a thing. He found some lithiums online, tried them, and they were garbage, and didn't revisit them until he found some
I
better
just want
ones.
to know what protos are. What's the joke behind that? Everybody
do you
keeps saying they just keep saying I got the new protos.
Oh, I don't know.
Zen knows what I'm talking about, but I don't know. That's all I got.
I think that's all I got.
Yeah, show sucked. My mic's still messed up.
Terrible. So bad. Actually, I didn't hear anybody complaining about your mic except
Yeah,
you
I
need
know.
to sit a little closer to it.
Yeah, no.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Look, next week I think we're gonna have the man himself from Savard Audio. So
Oh, really?
yeah, I think you guys need to tune into that one.
I know nothing about that, and they're local. That's sick.
I know they're like legit 5 minutes from me.
That's so
Savard
bad.
Audio. These guys have been around for what 30 years.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I know Big D is always heavy on them.
Yeah, I mean they're legitimately old school and have recycle. Not recycle. I was gonna say recycle.
Recycled.
I'm drunk. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hank doesn't know what protos are.
No, he doesn't know what the crap.
All
right.
right. We appreciate everybody.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, y'all suck.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see y'all next week.
I hate you, Zen.
I guess you know what would be funny. Or wait, are we